What does it take to be called a terrorist these days? Greetings, everybody. I'm Amy Holmes, bringing you today's hot list at TheBlaze.com. Are the Taliban Five, who were just released from Gitmo, terrorists? Well, it depends on who you ask. California Democrat Jackie Speier wants the public to know that the Taliban are your basic community organizers.
Let me underscore the term terrorist. The Taliban is part of the fabric of Afghanistan. To say that they are terrorists at this point is not necessarily accurate.
And last week, this is how White House spokesman Jay Carney described the Taliban, saying, quote, "We regard the Taliban as an enemy combatant in a conflict that has been going on in which the U.S. has been involved for more than a decade." That conflict officially began, of course, on the terrorist attack of 9/11. But who can keep track? Not the State Department. Last year's spokeswoman Psaki wasn't sure if the Taliban are still terrorists.
In the eyes of the U.S., is Taliban a terrorist group?
Well, I'm not sure how they're defined at this particular moment.
At that particular moment, the Taliban was defined as specially designated global terrorists by executive order in July of 2002, but that was back during those pesky Bush years. House Intelligence Chairman Mike Rogers is pretty sure the Taliban are still terrorists, saying, quote, "This is a complete change of our national security strategy of not negotiating with terrorists." And then there's the small matter of Afghan villagers being terrified that the newly released commandos will return to their previous hobby of destroying villages, blowing up houses, burning down fields and shops, sowing the countryside with landmines, and abducting civilians. But the good news is that only 2 of the Taliban Five are wanted for war crimes.
Is there the possibility of some of them trying to return to activities that are detrimental to us? Absolutely. That's been true of all the prisoners that were released from Guantanamo. There's a certain recidivism rate that takes place.
Maybe there's a self-help group for that, you know, in Qatar. I'm Amy Holmes, reporting to you from the Blaze newsroom in New York City.